What is up, YouTube? Welcome to Panfro Games, and today's video we're going to talk about all of 297 returning Pokemon, the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, also all of the Pokemon home transfers that are be occurring in early 2023. And of course, guys, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like the video, I really appreciate it. And here are all the Pokemon returning for Generation 1 and Gen 2 right here. So the blue squares are Pokemon home transfers. They're not going to be available until 2023 for most of them. And then the ones in Scarlet and Violet colors are in the base game. Black squares mean they're not coming to the game at this moment, but they could in the future with a home transfer or something like a DLC, which I think we will be getting 2 DLC packs for Scarlet and Violet sometime next year. So to begin, we get the Charizard line, and this one's actually the special case. Yes, it is a home transfer, but we are actually getting this Pokemon in an event in December. It's going to be on the hardest raid tier, but you can only catch one Charizard. I assume this Charizard will be breedable, so we can get Charmander and Charmeleon, but the fact that you only catch one Charizard means you want to make it count. I know a lot of people are going to try to shiny hunt that. Then we got Pikachu, Raichu, and obviously Pichu are going to be in the game too. Of course, it's not a Pokemon game without those guys. Jiggly and Wiggly make it in. Wigglytuff's actually a pretty solid Pokemon for competitive in the lower tiers. Venomoth is always fun to see. I really like the shinies here. Diglett, Dugtrio, fun trapping mon. Not too OP, but definitely a fan favorite. Meowth and Persian. So we actually do get Galarian Meowth in the game as a gift Pokemon. So we also get Berserker as well. However, there is no sign of a Alolan Meowth at the moment. I've already beaten the game. I have not found one, so I don't think it's actually in the game at all. Psyduck and Golduck. Golduck actually got some buffs this gen in its moveset, so it's actually going to be a pretty solid Pokemon to look out for. We got Primeape, who has a brand new evolution, of course. Arcanine is back. No Hisuian Arcanine yet. That's going to be a home transfer like all the Hisuian Pokemon, but I do love regular Arcanine in the game. Slowbro, which means we get Slowking too. Love those guys. They're phenomenal Pokemon. Magneton is great. Love it. And of course, Magnezone. Muckline, Cloysterline, Gengarline. All great Gen 1 lines in my opinion. Hypno is probably the first line here where I'm like, don't know if we've really needed Hypno in the game. I feel like there's a lot of other Pokemon I would have taken over the Hypno line. Electro's in the game. I've seen a lot of wild Voltorbs. They're pretty funny, actually. They blow up in the game, so if you are shiny hunting, watch out. These guys will blow up on you. Of course, Chansey's in the game. That's our experienced Pokemon. Scyther, of course, for Scizor. Cleaver will be a Hisuian Pokemon as well in 2023. Tauros in all its regional variants. We got 3 more Tauros. Gyarados, fantastic. Ditto, of course, breeding is in the game. And all the EV evolutions make it in too. Then we get the legendary birds. The legendary birds are coming in 2023 and their Pokemon home variants. So the Galar forms are coming and that's great. I think all these Pokemon are phenomenal, so I'm really happy. And you get Dragonite in the game too, which is great. Love to see Dragonair and Dratini in the wild. They're very cute Pokemon. Can't wait to shiny hunt those. Mewtwo and Mew make it in as well. Now for Gen 2, we get Typhlosion because the Hisuian Typhlosion line is coming in 2023. Unfortunately, the other Gen 2 starters got snubbed. Then, of course, a lot of baby Pokemon, but fun stuff. Ampharos is back in. Wish it got something more, but I'm glad it's here. Azumarill's back. That thing's an absolute beast. Sudowoodo's here, just as honestly a filler Pokemon. Same with Jumpluff, in my opinion, and some Flora. Nothing too great there. You can get regular Wooper as a trade Pokemon. You can trade Pouty and Wooper for a regular Wooper, and you can evolve that to a Quagsire. Of course, the EV evolutions. Murkrow line is in, which is great. Mischievous is in too. Unfortunately, as a Pokemon Violet exclusive, but there is a Paradox one for Scarlet, so there is that as well. Girafarig gets a new evolution. Fortress line's in, which I love to see, and Dunsparce gets a new evolution too. Quillfish is going to include Hisuian Quillfish in 2023 and his new evolution, so that's great. Scizor, love him. Heracross, fantastic Pokemon. Sneasel, Weavile, and of course Sneasler are coming. Sneasler is going to be 2023. Ursaring is great because we get Ursaluna in 2023 as well. Delibird's back, definitely a meme Pokemon, but his Paradox Pokemon is definitely not a meme, a very good Pokemon. Houndoom is back, which is great. Donphan, of course, is back. Wonderful Pokemon, and his Paradoxes are great. Stantler is here, especially for Weirdeer in 2023. Blissey, of course. Tyranitar line is back in. I love to see it. Definitely one of the best, if not the best, pseudo legendary line in my opinion. Now moving on to Generation 3. Gen 3 actually doesn't have too many Pokemon, but we got Pelipper, which means we got the rain going. Of course, we got Gardevoir in and Gallade. They're fantastic. Masquerade's an interesting choice. I think this is an underrated Pokemon. Finally, the return of the Loom, Breloom, one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. This Pokemon's gonna be an absolute threat. Slaking is here, or Slaking. Slaking is honestly, feels like a filler Pokemon at the end of the day, but there is some viable sets you could run. Hariyama's cool to see back, love to see it. Sableye, absolute VGC monster is here. Medicham's fun to see. Medicham actually got some upgrades to his moveset, so it's gonna be more viable than before. Swala is unfortunately a version exclusive. Canrupt is back, not a great Pokemon overall, but Torkoal is a fantastic Pokemon, so some teams rejoice. Grumpig is interesting, nice bulky little mon. Then Cacturn is here. You know, honestly, decent Pokemon, but there are better Pokemon with the same typing. Altaria is fantastic to see back. Love to see Altaria. And Zangoose and Survivor, and neither of them are version exclusive. They'll actually interact with each other in the overworld, which is a really cool one. Wishcash is back, so another Mudboy. Fantastic Pokemon in my opinion, a little bit underrated. Love this, has no purpose. This is a filler mon, because the fact that we don't even need heart skills anymore, like absolutely useless. Salamence is back, great Pokemon, love to see it. And then we got the Weather Trio as a Pokemon home transfer, which is super interesting. Now to Gen 4, Staraptor is in, and I love to see it. Actually a great Pokemon. Kricketune is a meme. Luxray line, I wish it got a stat buff. This Pokemon needs a stat buff, but at least it has a good move pool. Vespiquen's back, all right. Pachirisu, actually a menace in VGC. Floatzel, cool Pokemon, but I wish it was better. Gastrodon is phenomenal. Drifloon, very high-tech Pokemon in my opinion. A lot of tech behind it. Mischievous, Mismagius, always love to see these guys together. They're great. And Honchkrow, another solid Pokemon, but Mismagius is definitely better. Stuntank is an exclusive. Bronzong is back too. Love it for Trick Room. Of course, we got some babies. Spiritomb is back, and you don't even need Whisk to get it, so that's great. And everyone can get Garchomp. No version exclusive on that or on Lucario. And you actually get Riolu rather early too. Hippowdon, always a great beast of a Pokemon for sand teams. Toxicroak, pretty solid Pokemon, good. Lumineon sort of does feel like a filler Pokemon in this game, honestly. Abomasnow, hey, we got our Hail Setter, there you go. Weavile, Magnezone, great Pokemon overall. And we got the Eevee evolutions, Gallade, of course. Frostlass, pretty solid. Love me some Frostlass out here. Rotom, love it. Rotom is a fantastic Pokemon. And then we actually get a lot of home transfers. Nearly all of the mythical and legendary Pokemon for Gen 4 are here. I mean, we just missed Regigigas, Manaphy. Actually, I guess we don't get any of the mythical Pokemon, but we do get, you know, Arceus and all his stuff. So that's pretty cool. Gen 5 here, of course, Hisuian Samurot's gonna be coming in 2023 as a home transfer. We get Lilligant and then Hisuian Lilligant later. Basculin is in it. Then Crocodile, and I love Crocodile, that's great. Zoroark is in it, and Hisuian is 2023. The Goth Pokemon, you know, they're good at trapping, so some memes are gonna be there. All the Sawsbuck are in, which is cool. Amoonguss, yes, gonna be a menace in VGC. Alamala got nerfed. The recovery got nerfed pretty big, and his move pool got nerfed, so it's actually not going to be that good this time around. Electros is back, and it actually looks great finally in its animated form. Haxorus can be caught really early. You can get an Axew super early before the first gym, so that's good. Baratic, I mean, hey, it's another Ice Sweeper, but the Titan's better. Kragonal, all right overall. Biosharp gets a new evolution, which is fantastic. Braviary is fun to see. I'm actually a big fan of this, and we do get Hisuian in 2023. Hydreigon is back as a Pokemon Scarlet exclusive. Volcarona's in both games. Love to see Volcarona. And you can actually get Larvesta sort of early, like in the mid-game. And all the Genies and Meloetta will be available in 2023 home transfer. And Gen 6 doesn't actually get a lot of Pokemon. I mean, we do get all the starters for Gen 6 coming in 2023, which is pretty massive, especially Greninja fans. But besides that, Talonflame is cool to see, but we only get one Pavilion color. We do get all the Florges colors, which is pretty nice, and those are going to be pretty good Pokemon overall. There's a lot of Go-Goats in this game. There's a lot of mountains, a lot of Go-Goats to watch out for. We get Dragalge and Clawitzer, which are version exclusive Pokemon. They're nice to see, especially Dragalge. Did love to see it. Of course, Sylveon. Hawlucha is a great Pokemon to see return. Same as Dende. Going to be pretty solid. Carbink is weird that it's coming in home, but I guess it's because it's tied to Diancie in some way, because Diancie is coming in Pokemon Home as well, so that's actually pretty funny. Goodra's in the game, and you can actually get Goomy really early too, so that's wonderful. Klefki is going to be a VGC threat. Avalog is in the game, but of course Hisuian Avalog's the next year. Noivern's in the game, and I actually love that this Pokemon is in it. There's actually a lot of dragon types in this game, so if you're a fan of dragons, want to make an all dragon team, it's actually going to be one of the easiest games to do that in, which is awesome. And then we get Hoopa, Volcanion, Carbink coming in 2023. And now for Generation 7. Gen 7, we get a Alolan Raichu next year, so I love to see that. Actually, it looks like we get all the Alolan Pokemon coming, and I'm actually a big fan of that. And of course, Hisuian Decidueye, which actually got a buff with its ability and moveset, so that's really good, honestly. I can't wait to see how this thing's going to work in competitive play. Young Goose is in the game, not too exciting. Same with Crabominable, not too exciting as in the game. The Oricorios are nice to see, all 4 of them, which is pretty cool. Same with both Lycanrocs, very nice. And the Menace Toxapex returns to destroy the meta. Mudsdale's in it, which I'm really excited to see how it's going to work in VGC with Stamina. Lurantis is in, always good to see. Salazzle with the rare Poison and Fire typing, so that's always fun. Serena, because those hips don't lie. Oranguru for the VGC monster exclusive to Scarlet. And then we got Pissimian exclusive to Violet. Oranguru is huge though. Palossand makes sense for this beaches in the game. Kamala's back, which I love to see. You can see how Kamala just walk around. Of course, a Mimikyu fan favorite. And Bruxish is a weird choice to bring back because they actually added a new water and psychic Pokemon. Both Magearnas, the event Magearna and regular Magearna, will be in home next year. And now for Gen 8, and we do get Galarian and Meowth, but of course, as I said, it's a gift Pokemon in the game, so you can actually naturally get it in Scarlet and Violet. All the Gen 8 starters are available next year in home. You can naturally get Greedent and Corviknight. Love to see Corviknight back. Fantastic Pokemon. Dreadnought's in, Colossal's in. I think Colossal will be good, but not as good as it was in Gen 8. We get the Appleton and Flapple line here. Neither of them are version exclusive, so that's actually nice this time around. Silicobra's back. All right, Pokemon. Aeroscuda and Barraskewda are in, and man, Barraskewda is a menace. And I love my personal fan favorite of Toxtricity. Love to see that Pokemon in. Then we get Sinistea in the game, and you know, Sinistea, cool Pokemon line. You get the Crackpot form and the non-Crackpot form too. Hatterene is in. Love to see it. Going to be so good in competitive play. And Grimmsnarl, which actually may be the best Pokemon and all of VGC coming back. And now it gets Parting Shot, so that's crazy. Berserker, of course, we can get naturally because there's a gift of Galarian and Meowth. And then all of these Pokemon that are coming back. Phalanx is in it though. Pincurchin, Snom, Stonejourner, and SQ. Both of those, Stonejourner and SQ, are going to be version exclusive. Both male and female Indeedee, so Hatterene and Indeedee VGC OP combo again. Then we get the Caporaja line in, which is cool to see, and Dragapult, which unfortunately is only in Pokemon Violet. So you're a Scarlet player, you won't get Dragapult in your game. Then there's a lot of home transfers actually. The rest are home. So we get Zacian, Zamazenta, and Eternatus. Galarian Slowbro is gonna be back too, and Galarian Slowking, which is really cool. Urshifus, Zarude, as I mentioned, the Galarian Birds, Reggie Eliki and Reggie Drago. The Horsies are back, and of course, all of the Hisuian Pokemon are coming back too. So that's a lot of Pokemon coming back in home next year. That is going to really expand the deck. So yeah, 400 Pokemon may seem small for the current decks right now, but we're adding about like 160 new next year for free. And we got to see what the DLC is going to add too. So I think everyone's favorite Pokemon is pretty much going to make it in at this point. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Of course, guys, if you want to see some upcoming guides, Let's Plays, and other types of content for this game, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And of course, leave a like. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, and have a great one.